Today we are getting our last two theorems that allow us to say that triangles are congruent. They are the angle-side-angle theorem and angle-angle-side. Ladies, what? So, ASA and AAS. No. Angle side side is not a congruence theorem. Okay, now, you'll notice between these two, they share the same letters. It's two A's and an S. But where that S is makes a difference. Angle side angle has two angles with the side between. It's called the included side. While angle side has two angles and a side not between them. So, this would look like angle A is congruent to angle D. Angle B is congruent to angle E.
Oh, we're supposed to...
I just marked them on the picture. And to be angle side angle, the side between those two angles has to be the congruent one. That is side AB being congruent to side DE. In angle side angle, all your congruencies are really kind of focused around one side and the two angles right next to it. And that would allow us to say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle.
D.
Yep, D.
D, E, F.
E, F. Angle side is similar, but different. Angle A is congruent to angle D. Angle B is congruent to angle E. But the side is not the one between. The side has to be one of the sides that are not between. Specifically, that side would need to be next to the same kind of corresponding angle. So if I said BC, it would be congruent to BC is the side next to the double marked angle, so it would have to go with EF. Grab your postulate sheet. I'm about to write the exact same thing on the postulate sheet.
A.
Helps a lot more that I practice it.
Wait, you just went to all these units?
No.
Oh my gosh, bro. She's been teaching for like how many years?
12.
Yeah, but like she had to like do.
I'm not even 40 years old.
You're not?
No!
I think
She's probably like 30. Are you 30 something?
Like, to be honest, like I
Wait,
think like
12
around
years.
Wait, how old are you?
I am
Wait,
33.
30. Wait, you're 33?
Yes.
You're only 32.
33.
Oh,
And she's been doing this all over.
52?
I thought she was like almost running to 50. Oh my fault.
Dang!
That's
crazy.
Okay, guys, let's go back.
Anyway, we're gonna move on from my apparently looking very old.
No, you don't look old.
You look
Moving on.
Don't blame
Okay, I am marking the exact same thing on my postulate sheet. The first one is angle, side angle. And by first, I mean it's the third one down of these four, second from the top, however you want to look at it. You have the exact same thing written in your notes. When it comes to this, having the postulate sheet filled out in this chapter is probably going to be more helpful than others because these pictures tend to be something we can compare to. On the whiteboard, I have drawn 4 triangles. None of these triangles are meant to go together. They're meant to stand on their own. Each of them represents the different ways that we can say triangles are congruent. Now, when you're saying triangles are congruent, you have to have 2 triangles that have this kind of setup in a thing. But it kind of helps us break it down. When it comes to determining which way you're saying the triangles are congruent, look at how many sides versus how many angles you know are congruent. That's a good start. On this first picture here, how many sides are marked with congruencies? 2 sides, and therefore 1 angle. We have 4 options. These 4. Which one works with 2 sides and 1 angle? Yes, I heard it. SAS. 2 sides and the angle between. Is the angle between? Beautiful. How about this one? How many angles? How many sides?
No.
2 angles, 1 side. There are 2 that have 2 angles, 1 side. It's this one and this one. How do I know that? 2 A's, 1 S. 2 A's, 1 S. The question is the side between or not? Is the side between the 2 angles? Yes, that would make it ASA. This one right here, also 2 angles, 1 side, but is the side between? No. This is angle, angle, side. And this one's 3 pairs of sides. SSS. These pictures allow us to see best on how we can determine the triangles are congruent. Okay, so we are going to go back to our notes packet. We are going to take a look. I'm debating which one We're going to start on question B. So, all the way on to page 15 already. We start a proof the same way we've always started proofs. 2 columns, statements, reasons, given. Remember, you should be numbering all your steps. If you are not numbering your steps, then you should at least be separating them. B is the midpoint of DC and AD is parallel to EC. I wish I had congruencies at the beginning. Congruencies tend to help me out. I don't. But I do have words. I have the word midpoint. Your green sheet holds your key words. If you need to look back at your old sheets, you can. The top of your green sheet, midpoint, is it in the left section or the right section?
The right.
The-
Yeah.
Yeah, the right side, which tells us we're going to get some congruent segments out of it. B is the midpoint of DC, which means I care nothing about the rest of the picture, only this part. And if I only look at this part of the picture, which two segments do you see?
Wait.
BD and CB or BC, either way. It's the same thing. These are the two segments. Do they look to be about the same size?
Yep.
It's a good indication you probably got the right ones. Is it a perfect indication? No. But it was BD and BC. We used the word midpoint, which our green sheet says is the definition. I do tend to shorten down the word midpoint a little bit. If you don't shorten it, it's not the end of the world, but make sure you do have definition. When we do bisect, we do def segment bisector, but there's no word bisector. I have a congruency. As soon as I get a congruent here, what do I do?
Put it in the picture.
Put it on the picture. Congruent, congruent. I go back to my 5 things. I took care of words. Do I have any symbols I haven't taken care of?
Yeah.
Yes. Parallel symbol. When I have parallels, I tend to extend the parallel lines. It makes it easier to see what's going on. AD parallel to EC. With parallels, you also need a transversal, a line that goes through both of the parallels. That transversal must make an angle in each triangle. Let's say I choose this one. I see 4 angles right here. Are any of them inside one of the triangles, like purely a corner of one of the triangles? Yeah, this one right here. When these two cross, it makes 4 angles as well, gesundheit. This one's inside the triangle. So, I've got ones that are inside the triangles, which means they're probably an angle pair. Here's where my yellow sheet can still come in handy. Yeah, this one's in spot 3. This one,
Spot 7.
not 7,
8.
6. Because this is the line we're looking at. It's above it. And it's between the parallels. So it's 3 and 6. See 3 and 6 together?
Yep.
AIA. Now, this says they're allowed to be equal. But equal is another way of saying congruent, and we want congruent symbols in our proofs. That was a theorem, so AIA theorem. What's the name of that angle? ABD would be this one. If A is at the corner, A needs to be in the middle if you're going to use the 3-letter name. That being said, could I just call it A because those actual lines were never there?
Yeah.
Yeah, angle A is congruent to angle I've got 2 congruencies. I'm not done yet. I took care of my words, I took care of my symbols. Do I do algebra?
No.
No.
Do I do substitution or transitive property?
No.
No. What's the 5th thing we look for in a proof?
Pictures.
Pictures. There's only 2 things we get out of pictures right now. What are they? Nope. Nope. Those say triangles are congruent. That's not anything we're talking about. Have we used segment addition postulate on any of these? Because that's a from picture situation. Do we want to add a bunch of things up? No. Angle addition adds things up. Do we want to add anything up? Linear pairs add some things up.
No.
Vertical angles says things are equal. Do we want equals? AKA congruence. Okay, so we can use vertical angles. The other one's the new one on the green sheet. Reflexive property. Shared sides and shared angles. Those are the only 2 situations where you're going to use a picture. Do we have vertical angles or do we have a shared side? We have vertical angles. That angle and that angle. Now earlier, we mentioned this was angle ABD. It's congruent to angle. What's this one's name?
CBE.
Yes, CBE. And that was vertical angle theorem. I now have 3 congruencies. I mark that in my picture. And I use the picture to tell me which format I have. Pay attention to one of the triangles. I see 2 angles and a side. So I'm thinking either ASA or AAS. But which one is it? Which of those 2 pictures does it look most like? The top angle side angle one or the bottom angle angle side one?
Angle slide.
2 angles, the side is not between them. It is angle angle side. We don't actually use the picture to figure that out. It's actually the fact that we have 3 congruencies, but the picture just helps us determine which one we used. How do I know what order to put these in?
Because it's a proof.
Because it's the proof. I'm going to do problem C tomorrow. We're going to finish up just the last little bit of notes tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got a mashup worksheet for y'all. So, other than doing problem C tomorrow, we're not going to have any additional notes tomorrow. It's literally just going to be finishing up that one. But I think it's good to have that one done for our notes. But for time-wise, I want to give you a little bit of a chance to work on today's assignment.
Oh.
5.3 worksheets due today, by the way. Okay. Tomorrow is a mashup worksheet. Kind of mixes the different triangle proofs together. Thursday is just a little bit of an extension on triangle proofs. And Friday, we are starting to review for our test.
When's our test?
Our test is next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. It's a 2-part test. I'm setting an extra one down this row to pass to you because it's easier that to pass to you than it is for you. Okay, now, that review,
Is it graded?
I am grading because I'm giving you 2 days to work on it, one of which I am not here for. I am not here on Friday.
Hey, I'm not either.
I thought you were gone on Thursday.
I won't be Friday either. I don't think. I don't know though.
So, just an FYI, as we are going into the rest of this week.